Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I will be doing a video on screw placement or how to incorporate screws into your 3D printed Beyblades on Tinkercad. So shout out to Shahir Ali, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, but they left a comment asking me if I could do a video on how to incorporate screw placement. So if you have any questions about how to do something on your 3D printer Beyblade on Tinkercad and you don't know how to do it, feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll try to answer it as soon as possible or make a video on it. So first of all, I'm not a very big fan of screws because it adds complications and you have to print multiple parts for the Beyblade, but they can be useful especially for gimmicks. And so over here we have in red the templates of Crazy Aries DB core. So right now we have the screw holes over here and here. So it's essentially two parts, and on the inside, which is where you can see that it's smooth and has no spiral. So, and I've essentially made a replica of it. So this green thing represents this thing on the top part of the core, and if we move this out of the way, this represents this hole over here. And these are various holes and things that I cut into this block to make it like this. So if we go over here, we can see that we have the top part, let's just make it solid right now, and the bottom part that we want to screw on. So let's say you wanted to print this out of plastic and you want to add a metal attachment or a rubber attachment here. So let's put this back into a hole. So this thing right here, you would want to select it and then group it with the bottom part. Once you do that, you're gonna have this solid green part over here and this orange part left. Now this orange part you're gonna turn into a hole, okay, and then the top part you're gonna turn into a solid, and then you're gonna, well, you can leave the top part as a solid, but I prefer as a hole so you can see what's going through it. So you're gonna, but when you do group this orange part, you should turn into a hole and this to the top part to the solid, and then group these two. Now what this does is, before it was just a solid material, so let's just get rid of this for a moment. So even if you tried to put the screw in, the orange part would still be blocking it, so you couldn't do that. So that's why we have to put a hole there. And then now we can see that the green thing, this is where you're gonna insert the screw through there, through the blue thing, and through the green thing. So let's put the orange thing back, and then we can group the green thing, which we already have selected, and the orange thing. Let's just turn it orange to make it a different color. And yeah, so now we have a screw hole, and as you can see, it's not interrupting anything on this blue side. So it is very important that when you put screws, you should make it symmetrical. So we'll quickly do it on the other side again. So let's just group this part. Remember, this part over here is what it looks like outside of the object. We'll group it with the bottom part. We will turn the orange part, which is also over here, into a hole, and then group it with the top part. And then here we can select the green part and then group it with the orange part. Let's just, yeah, we can keep it green now, and then, yeah. So this only works for M2x4 millimeter screws, and you can buy them off Amazon. Yeah, so remember I have this part over here all grouped up and centered because it's easier to work with it when you're centered. So just select all of it and then drag it to wherever you want to place it, and then from there you can work piece by piece. And yeah, so these are the parts individualized, and then you could, by centering it, you can just, well, whoops, so select all three and then center and then center. And then here's just an example of how it should look with the orange block and the green screw hole right here. And just also a note here, well, so also a note here, the gap between the bottom cylinder and the top cylinder is around 1 millimeter. And yeah. So at the bottom part, you should, at the bottom of the bottom part, well, that's that sounds weird to say, but you should have around 2 millimeters of clear of a hole here. So move this down around however much you want, but I'll probably edit that part out. Anyway guys, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you still have any questions about screw placement, feel free to comment down below and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. I'll leave the link to this Tinkercad file in the description below. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.